Hey, what up, good people? Sociologist right here. Let's talk about Shedeur Sanders and the NFL. Shedeur Sanders ranked the number 2 quarterback. We are now going into day 3 of the NFL draft. Over 100 players, and this dude still has not been drafted.
On the field, Shedeur Sanders is a day 1 or day 2 selection. He was the only quarterback in the entire FBS last season who, when he was not under pressure, completed at least 80% of his passes. This is a 4-year starter who took 2 separate programs to unprecedented heights, extremely experienced, throws with great touch and accuracy, helped elevate the profile of other wide receivers beyond just Travis Hunt.
Now, people say, oh, well, this is character, this is bravado. What the heck are you talking about? That's what athletes do. And then people are like, oh, well, maybe he didn't play as well. Statistically, Shedeur Sanders had one of the best college seasons ever. In fact, his season was better than Baker Mayfield's Heisman Trophy season. Pro Day. Let's talk about that. Scouts, coaches were talking about how good it was. Like, I'm very confused, unless it has nothing to do with how he plays. It doesn't even have anything to do with his character. Instead, it has something to do with the concept that social scientists call politics of respectability. Politics of respectability is about the ways that oftentimes black people have to act in order to be accepted into predominantly white environments. And the last time I checked, when I look at the ownership structure of the NFL, it is overwhelmingly white and male. Now, people can disagree with this take. I'm just telling you, as a sociologist who looks at statistics, let's look at them again. Well over 70% passing percentage. This dude goes from Jackson State to Colorado, throwing for nearly 40 touchdowns, only about 10 interceptions. So that's a ratio close to 4-1. And you mean to tell me that the 5 quarterbacks taken ahead of him are better than him? It's a reason why Cam Ward, who number 1 pick going to the Titans, I'm excited as a Tennessean to see Cam Ward play for the Titans. I hope it's great. That there's a reason why Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders were training together. Because iron sharpens iron. This is about the fact that there are a lot of owners who feel like they can't control the Sanders family. They want them to bow down to the ring. Deion, Shedeur, Shiloh, the Sanders, that's just not what they do. And I tell you, whichever team ends up getting him, the rest of the NFL, as Sean Payton said, better watch out. Because this dude gonna have a chip on his shoulder like people have never seen before. And I wish him well. Stop all the hating. It's just wild. Like, everybody can do well. But it's the same stuff that they did with Lamar Jackson when he was trying to get a new deal. Same thing they did with him when he came into the league, talking about what he could and could not do. Man, get the heck out of here. This is about power and control. And the fact that oftentimes people in power want black people to conform and behave a particular way. And the Sanders have always done it their own way. Oh, yeah. And I left off one of the most important parts of this conversation is the fact that we've seen this before. John Elway, the Mannings. John Elway said, if you draft me, I'm not going to play. Because that's one of the things people saying. People like, oh, well, it's the fact that Deion said that there are certain places he doesn't want Shedeur to play. John Elway did that. The Mannings did that. With course, Peyton had also lost the Heisman. He also didn't make it to the national championship. Very similar type of pattern here when we talk about Shedeur and the legacy of Archie. The difference was Archie went to the New Orleans Saints and they sucked. Deion, arguably top 5 best player ever, won championships, is a coach. That pedigree is unheard of in the NFL. Unheard of. Then when Eli came out, Archie Manning, the dad, said, Chargers, don't draft my boy. He ain't gonna play for you. They drafted him. And then he was like, he's not going to play. So then they traded him to the Giants during the draft.
He made it clear he did not want to be taken first overall by the Chargers. Here's what he said before the draft.
Right off the top, Eli, why don't you want to play for the Chargers?
We're not really giving details right now. We just, we've made our decision, and that's what we're sticking to.
With the first choice in the 2004 NFL Draft, the San Diego Chargers select Eli Manning, quarterback, Mississippi.
So Chargers fans don't like it. They know that the Manning family is trying to get him to New York. Giants are up with the 4th pick, and they have a couple of quarterback options to choose from, as Eli taken by the Chargers first overall. So what do the Giants do at 4? You got Phillip Rivers, you got Ben Roethlisberger sitting there waiting to be taken, and the Giants indeed certainly need a quarterback. Paul Tagliabue, the commissioner at the time.
New York Giants select Phillip Rivers, quarterback, North Carolina State.
We told you. So there's Phil. He's not sure what in the wide world of sports is going on. He hears his name. Meanwhile, the Roethlisberger table's like, what? Manning's like, I've got to get my butt to New York.
So what the heck are we talking about? It's very clear there are certain rules for some people, and then there are alternative rules for other people. Just the way it is. And unfortunately, race is a part of that equation when it shouldn't be. It should just be about play. But it's not. So, what's happening with Shedeur is a message to everybody who looks like him and everybody who looks like me. Get in your place, boy. You ain't as big as you think you are. You're not as big as the system. And those owners and those GMs have got together, even the ones who disagree, because see, silence becomes your acceptance. Even the ones who disagree have got on board with this. Man, America is going to America all the time. So look, as always, conversations matter like Black Lives and books. I hope this has sparked one.